not cutting that out. That's a bit better. So, hi everyone, and I don't know how to start videos again. This is my fourth video. I still don't know how to start a video. Hi everyone, my name is Milan, and welcome to the sneak peek. I'm gonna call this a sneak peek. It's not a review. The sneak peek of Kamen Rider Saber. We'll do a sneak peek in February/March when Kaija comes out, which is the next Sentai, also known as the 45th anniversary. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Update as I'm recording this. This hopefully will come out on the same day. It's probably going to be like 1 or 2 days since I finished V3, so the review should come out in a week, hopefully. Um, Need to plan out what I'm going to do. The review it will not be in two parts like the other one is, and yeah, I am in the process of downloading X, so hopefully the next time that I do a review, it's X. That's all I gotta say really about updates. Otherwise, let's not bore you anymore. This is already a minute long. So let's talk about the Kamen Rider Saber. So I wrote some notes, so let's just go over them. The opening and the ending. The opening and the ending came out. Well, the ending came out in the press conference, but the opening and the ending, like as an MP3, came out on the day a few hours before Saber episode 1 came out because they released it at midnight. And I heard it, and a lot of people were underwhelmed by the fact that saying stuff like the ending should have been the opening, blah blah blah, the ending just shouldn't exist. I could care less, and this is something that I didn't write in the notes. It's something that I've been thinking about even before this. I think the show is trying to be a bit different. Obviously, has aspects similar to other shows. It's not bad to, be a bit inspired by somewhere else, Like Gaim is inspired by Ryuki. Did you know? I think most of you would know. So I don't think it's a bad thing that this show tries to be a bit different but familiar at home at the same time. Again, going back to the opening and the ending, I think they're absolutely fine. I actually like them. I prefer the opening actually. I'm one of those weirdos, as some people say. I'm one of those weirdos. I could care less. Yeah, the nice. I don't know what to tell you. It's this song. Now I'm going to talk about the characters. So I just wrote the characters that you should know about the most. Not in a specific order, but let's be honest. Tomo is our first one here. So Tomo, he is interesting. I don't know what to feel about him. One of my favorite scenes with him is when he was reenacting a scene from a book with some kids, and they were on an island playing some pirate story. I don't really like it. It felt, I don't know, it just felt really nice that he's so caring to show these kids, the wonders of stories. I really like that. I don't know. It's just a personal favorite scene. It just felt really nice and familiar. It just felt really nice. Now his whole shtick is about promises. Last season we had the whole thing about dreams, Yume. This time it's about promises. I don't know the word. I don't know if I agree with the fact that promises is a part of one's soul. I think that's something that Thomas said. I don't think I'm to that extent, but I think that promises are very important. If you don't keep up your promises, obviously promises can be broken, but promises are also there to keep you up, make sure that you are up to date, making sure that you're just self-aware of yourself, doing the best that you can. And I think that's something that Toma is trying to present, and I agree with that. So that's good. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. He's a bit. One thing that came to my mind was when he, I don't know why they did that. I think it's just because of plot convenience. When he got Jakun to Domamenoki, when he got Peter Fantasista, the trio, Saber Trinity, um, I don't know how to explain it, but he felt he felt a bit Tomo tried to be a bit cheeky with it. I don't know how to explain it. He tried to be a bit cheeky with the way that he gets these forms. He's like, you know what? I think this is the way to do it. I guess it makes sense in the sense that he was, for example, in episode 5, the recent episode, he concluded that the this week's monster is based off like a piranha, so he tackled the issue with something like that, with something. Apologies. So fair enough, but I don't know. I just felt a bit cheeky when getting some of these forms, especially in episode 4, which that episode was a bit. I don't know how I feel about that either. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Him being a bit cheeky about getting some of these forms. But I think he's a cool character. I like his outfits. I like his hats. And like the fact that he's just tries to present these stories to these kids. Obviously, we haven't seen that in a while, but it's just nice that he's doing that, I guess. Rintaro, Kamen Rider Blades. So he's the cousin of what's his name? Blade. Him. I forgot his name. No, obviously. So he's too polite. He tries to accustom to the rules of the human world, which I really like. I think he's probably my favorite character. He's just too polite. He just tries to be nice. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I felt that was really nice to see. I don't know. It was a bit cool. He reminds me of someone actually. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'll just put a picture here for reference. And we're gonna get a possible character arc with him and Zeus, one of the Megidos. Might as well just talk about Megiddo and I'm not talking about Caliber, but Megiddo. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh yeah, one of them, Zeus. He's actually from Foze. Look how skinny he was here, and now look how buff he is. Good for him. Good for him. May. I wrote intern right here. I was being sarcastic. I don't. A lot of people are complaining because she's a bit woo woo. People are always mentioning like Akiko. I never watched Double. I watched like 2 episodes, and I don't think she's an Akiko. Second of all, I think she's fine. I actually find her likable because of the fact that she wants to make sure she's Tomo's editor, right? So she wants to make sure that the manuscript is given, and we get that in episode 1, and I think we get that in episode 5 actually, or something. I know that, but it does show that she does what she does. It's her job to be an editor for him. She's really passionate about his work, and I really like that. Obviously, a bit overreactive, I guess, a bit too excited to do some things. But I think it fits her. In my opinion, I'm not here like, oh, she's so bad, I'm gonna throw my head over her, like she's so annoying. I think she's alright. A lot of the guys will definitely enjoy the pictures that she has made. Moving on. Ryo Ogami, definitely not borrowed from Ryotaro or Ogami. Is it Ogami? It's from Deno. I'll put a picture here. But no, he's the dad, and I like his arc that he has had with Kento, and that we'll talk about in a minute, and Tomo, because of the fact that he's a bit too confident of himself, during the fact that he's gonna protect his son, Sora, and the fact that he's the strongest swordsman. Obviously, he was struggling when he was fighting Desast, but I don't know. I just like him, purely to the fact that he's a bit confident, overconfident. He's with his son, and I don't know. I also like his suit. I don't know. It's just a bit of a bias. I don't know. Obviously, the toy is not gonna ever be similar to the prop that he's gonna use because it's big. But the toy is pretty big as well. I mean, to be honest, I could make an excuse saying that I'm gonna get the Dokoken Gekido, and I have an actual sword. Whereas, if I get something like the Seiken Sword Driver, yeah, no. So say what you want about that. But yeah, I don't know. Ryo's fine. I like his move with Kento, which I'll move on to now. So let's just move on to Kento. Kento, I don't know, like I don't know what to say. It's because I don't have like a real like big impression on these characters just yet. It's because we're getting so many characters introduced. Like we're literally getting Kenzan introduced next week, so cool. But yeah, Kento is obviously upset about his dad, aka Kamen Rider Caliber. We got that introduced a bit too early. I'm actually one that agrees with that. I think they could have hidden that, not hidden that, but I feel like they could have hinted at it, which they did the episode prior, and then they answered it the next episode. They could have just let it go or something. Be- but it did fit the whole the theme about Kento wanting to protect Tomo because he has lost something important. Now I don't know why he's referring to the girl that was taken away 15 years ago, which I'll mention later in the story part, or just the fact that he has amnesia. He doesn't know a lot about his past and what he is. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's nice that he cares about him that much. That they're so childhood friends, and he cares about him that much. Like, still to this day. And he's he was a bit sus when he got introduced. He was a bit sus about the fact that he doesn't know anything. It's a bit weird. But yeah, it's nice to know that. And the Rio and Kento moment. So it was nice to see, obviously, that when Kento was fighting Caliber, he was a bit too upset. So then Rio came to him with definitely not a fucking Ryuki moment, right time Ryuki moment, where they do a drink thing and then he spills it over because he was shaking the drink. A stupid Rio. And Kento apologized to Rio for being a bit too upset and trying to fight Caliber, basically ignoring his duty as a swordsman. And yeah, that's really it. And I also like the moment with Tomo and Rio when they were disagreeing about promises because Tomo promised Rio that he's gonna save Sora, but that didn't happen because the world is confusing. I'll explain that later in the story part. But then they made that promise, and he, fulfilled that promise. He saved Sora. So, and then obviously Rio realized that it's a bit too dangerous for Sora to be with him. So it's actually interesting. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Is Sora gonna come back ever again? Where is Sora? Where was Sora in episode 5? That's something. Where's the mum? Where's the mum? So yeah, we'll have to see about that. Sophia and the blacksmith. The blacksmith's so weird. I like him because the fact that he's a big Kamen Rider fanboy, but as a blacksmith, he's a bit weird, bro. he's a bit it's a bit of a yikes from me. Sophia is a bit generic. She hasn't really done that much. She did the talk with Kento, but yeah, the both these two. It's a bit Bruno Momento, I'll be honest. And then Caliber. So obviously, he wants to get something, and it relates to Brave Dragon. We saw that in episode 5 when they were trying to fight. They had a bit of a max power momento. So yeah, I don't know. Caliber, and just the fact that he's from Shinkenger and from Faiz, but I now watch Faiz and I know Shinkenger roughly just because I watch Samurai. Don't come at me. So that's all I can tell you about that. So that's all the characters. Let's talk quickly about the aesthetics. A lot of people are complaining about the CGI. I could care less because I think the CGI is pretty cool in Saber, especially in episode 2. In episode 1, it was a bit too obvious. In episode 1, it was a bit too obvious, but in episode 2, I really like that scene where they were riding with blades on Saber. That scene was cool when they were just riding through the town. And also the scene in episode 5 with Kento and Tomo when they were riding. It's actually the same place where Kiria and Emu were riding against that Buckster from episode something. So that was a nice throwback to that place. The suits are really cool. Again, a big bias. I like Buster's suit, but I like every other suit as well. I really like speaking of like suits, Lion Fantasy's sound. I'm not gonna sing it. Is really cool. And then Dragon Eagle that just debuted. That sound. A lot of people like. I don't know. None of like only one person realized the fact that that sound is so pog. Someone mentioned it's similar to Grand Geo, like a tiny part. I don't know, no comment. But yeah, that when it says Tatsumaki Dragon Eagle, and then it goes dun 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 dun. That part is like, mm, mm. It's pog. That's all I'll say about that. And then we have a lot of bike shots. Now I don't. Yeah, Zero One didn't have a lot of bike shots, you know. So to see a lot more bike scenes as of recent is pretty cool. So hopefully, Japan law, please let them ride their bikes. I'm joking. Please obey the law. Now let's talk about the story. So something happened 15 years ago. We have no idea what it is. Tasso probably knows. Didn't mention Tasso because Tasso's the most weird person I've ever seen in my life. I like him in the opening. I don't know, he's just a bit weird. People are saying that he's probably somewhere high in the schemes of the story. I probably doubt it. I don't know. He seems a bit too obvious, but you never know. But again, something happened 15 years ago. Obviously, Tomo lost that girl, but he doesn't know that because he forgot. So it's a bit. We'll have to see about that. The pacing is a bit Bruno Momento. It's a bit Bruno Momento because of the episode 4 happened. How many forms did we get? We got 2 forms, but it felt a bit too soon. And I'm talking about Dragon Hedgehog and Dragon Hedgehog Peter Fan. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't mind the finisher. I thought it was funny. I actually really liked it. The one with the musty fairy. Shout out to the professional thingy. Her name is here. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I think the pacing with some of the forms is a bit too quick. You know, getting some of these forms a bit too fast. But it's the beginning of a show. What do you expect? You have to get a lot of forms. I don't. Toei, you do you. Listen, you get money. I'm happy for you because you can give me more shows. So you do you. But pacing is a bit wee. Kind of still don't know how the world works. So this is the problem with some of the monsters. They're using some of the suits. That's fine. That's not the problem. My problem is the fact that they still don't know how some of them how what do you call it when the Megiddo take over a part of the world with their thingamajig and they kill off one of the monsters. Next episode, we're like, oh, so another monster's here. What? And the book is still not finished. Like, so it's still like taking over the other, like the small part of the world. Do you not know how this world works? Like, I swear some of these swordsmen have been here for quite a bit. Kamen Rider Buster, Kamen Rider Caliber has been has been scheming some shit. Like, and that was a bit Bruno Momento as well. I don't know how I feel about that. Our characters are basically not human, let's be honest. Like literally Blade said that no ordinary Homo sapien can get a holy sword. So basically it just means that all of our characters are non-human. I don't know why I had to say it like that, but yeah. Oh, and they make Colonel Sandals. That they make KFC. They make KFC in episode 5. So shout out to that. Hopefully they had a good time. I was coughing. So this is a 20-minute video. Okay. Yeah. So that's the sneak peek for Kamen Rider Saber. What do I think of this show? I think the show is getting better. I actually like episode 5 a lot. Again, with the moment with Kento and Rio, and Tomo and Kento, and the fact that Rintaro is possibly gonna have a character arc. with Zeus because he mentions him at the end, so something's gonna happen. And Desas because obviously Desas seems a bit more high ranking as a Megiddo. So what do I think of Saber? It's pretty cool. I think you should watch it. It's oh, the final point. This show again is trying to be different. So I think you should watch it because it's trying to be different. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't like it, then that's fine. I'm not forcing you to do that, but I'm just saying that you should at least check it out because it's different. It's it feels a bit. I don't know. Some people are saying that it's reminding of old Heisei. Some think that it's a bit too neo Heisei with some of the forms. I think it's a mix of the two. I just think it's something different, and I like that because of that. Like I'm sure they very much said that this is the actual first Raver show in terms of like what they had in plan for the Raver, because 01 was a bit. I don't know what they said about that. So again, Saber is trying to be different, and I think people should credit it for that. Obviously, if you don't like it again, that's fine. So yeah, that's that. I'll see you in Kamen Rider V3, the review, and hopefully the X review won't take that long. It literally took me 3 months to watch V3. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.